Joseph here. This book, 169 Mountain Man Survival Tricks. This is probably one of my favorite books. This book will give you survival tricks from what I consider the baddest men to ever walk the earth. Some of the baddest men to ever walk the earth. There's a lot more. But these guys were just plain bad. They were ornery. They were stubborn. They went into the wilderness of what is now the United States, went into the wilderness, and they were up against Mother Nature and all she possesses, and all these Indian tribes are out that are out to get them, scalp them, kill them. These mountain men, they had some really neat survival tricks, and I'm not going to talk about the survival tricks because I'd be here for a couple hours, easy. But I will tell you about the mountain men you're going to learn from. I warm you up with the 19+ Lewis and Clark expedition survival tricks, and one of the mountain men that was with them was a mountain man named Charbonneau, and he was linked up with an Indian Shoshone woman named Sacagawea. And I always said, without Sacagawea, they were probably, the Lewis and Clark expedition probably would have been wiped out from the get-go, because when these Indian tribes, various Indian tribes, saw Sacagawea, they considered Lewis and Clark expedition as a non-war party because there was a woman with them. Anyway, let me name some of these mountain men that you're going to read about their survival tricks in this book. Here we go. Jim Beckworth. Some of these guys you might recognize, some you might not. Okay, Jim Beckworth, Samuel Houston, Jedediah Smith, Jim Baker, Tom Fitzpatrick, Bill Williams, Hugh Glass, Joseph K. Meek, James O'Patty, Samuel Hearn, Alexander Mackenzie, Moses Harris, James or Jim Bowie, Jim Bridger, Miles Goodyear, George Drouillard, John Coulter, Kit Carson, Davy Crockett, Daniel Boone. And there's probably another dozen, at least a dozen more mountain men that I didn't name, but they're not in this particular book. In this book, you're going to get that peripheral knowledge. Yeah, it's not like you're going to go up against Indian tribes here and there and fight them off, you know. This is that peripheral knowledge you're going to get. You're going to learn some good survival tricks, plus that peripheral survival knowledge out of this book. It's a great book. I've got some good testimonies from customers reading this book. Again, these are survival tricks from the real survivors. These guys are it as far as real survivors in this particular book, in that particular era, that particular time throughout the United States. These are the real survivors, and that's who you're learning from. Go ahead and go on to the next video.